Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. There is no question alternative medicine is growing in popularity for whatever ails you. But what if we told you you could heal yourself with just a few waves of your hand and some mind over matter? It's all about the energy, and our guest today is taking it to new levels. We are so happy to welcome author and healer Dr. Eric Pearl. Welcome to our show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So this is really interesting because you had a very successful chiropractic practice out in Los Angeles, and a series of bizarre occurrences led you to realize that your gift lay far beyond spinal adjustments. Okay, what happens?
What happened was I was awakened in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Somehow or other, my lamp decided to turn itself on. I felt as if someone was watching me. And I got up with a knife and a can of pepper spray and searched the house. Searched the house, couldn't find anyone, said it's my imagination.
Yeah.
I went back to sleep. But that Monday when I went into my office, as I worked with my patients and I removed my hands from them, they could still feel my hands on them. As I moved my hands near them, their bodies would go into involuntary movements, their eyes would dart back and forth. They were seeing colors, smelling flowers. Wait, it gets stranger.
Okay, I'd be a little freaked out by this point. What were you thinking?
You had a choice at that point. I had a choice. I could either have been a little freaked out by it, or I could have recognized that I was standing in a state of awe and wonder of something that seemed very huge to me, and I took that second route. As I continued to work with it, people started having healings, real healings. They were getting up out of wheelchairs, vision and hearing returning. Children with cerebral palsy or epilepsy could walk and run and play.
So instantaneous healing?
Yeah.
Or is it process healing?
No, it seems to be fairly instantaneous. A lot of the science that we've got probably at least a dozen or two different studies internationally on reconnective healing, some published, some waiting to be published. A lot of the science has demonstrated that what happens is when you interact with it, it really changes the light that our DNA emits. It changes the way we communicate because our bodies are energy.
And
our
that's
bodies
one of
are
the
energy.
first benefits, is that it can kind of correct damaged DNA. Right?
It does. It restructures, connects, or as I like to say, reconnects.
Yeah.
The damaged DNA, induced damage intentionally and pre-existing damage in people. You can feel how this works. Do you want to feel how this works?
I do, but really quickly, the other two benefits we have
Go ahead.
here is range of motion. So you have helped people with their range of motion and peak performance for athletes
Well, you know,
well. Supports peak performance in
A
athletes.
University of Arizona study has now demonstrated in a published study that reconnective healing is more than twice as effective as physical therapy in people regaining their range of motion.
Can we get an idea of exactly how this works, what you would do?
Well, open your hand for me. Just hold it up, open your fingers, hold them like that. I bring my hand in. My whole arm begins to float. If I push it down, it floats back up again. And I watch those tiny little movements in your fingers.
Okay.
Can you see them? Watch your fingers. Do you see the movement that your ring fingers are?
I see it.
Freaking me
Very
out.
good.
Okay.
Now, what's it feel like when it's happening?
Actually, my hand is tingling. Like it feels like it fell asleep.
Does it stay the same, the sensation, or does it change now?
Did you just see her face? I am not that person that normally believes. Okay. Okay. Can we put it back in so I can put my hand back down?
You want to feel it?
I
Wow.
do. I do.
Here,
It was almost like a pulsing.
open
Yeah.
your fingers
Feeling.
like this.
Yeah, like a
Now watch how the
heartbeat in your
body
hand.
responds.
It's
I
energy.
bring my hand in. You hold your fingers open if you want to. What do you feel when I do
Whoa,
this?
she feels it fast.
Yeah, I felt tingling immediately.
Hold your fingers open. Now watch them. See how your index finger is moving in?
Yes.
And now your middle finger. The
Jada looks like she saw a ghost or a rabid cat, one or the other.
Whoa.
So what's happening? I mean, what's going on?
happening
Because I want to
is-
know what's happening here.
She's like, I want more.
What am I, good luck?
Do I like it?
What seems to be happening is we're accessing a spectrum that takes us beyond energy healing such as Reiki and Qigong and Jin Shin and Jorei, beyond energy into what the researchers say is a new level of light and information. that they haven't witnessed on the planet before. The energy is what we're comprised of, our physical bodies, our essence. Our bodies, we used to believe, healed through biochemicals. We now know our bodies heal through energy, vibration, information,
Well, they
and
say,
communicated via light.
people give off an energy and an aura and a being. I mean, we have a lot going on in our bodies. We're not just here.
And
you
it's
know?
not just that they say. This is scientifically studied. We
We're
know
talking about your book, by the way.
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt you. I just
Sure.
want to make sure we get to talk about this. The Reconnection, Heal Others, Heal Yourself. And there are lots of people behind this. I mean, we were just looking at the first couple of pages. Not that you need
Christiane
this, but
Northrup, who's a very, very well-respected physician, and Deepak Chopra. I mean, you have people that have read this book and are amazed by it and endorsed it.
We teach you how to facilitate healings for yourselves and for your family. We've trained close to 100,000 people so far around the world. A good 20%, 20,000 or so, are mainstream medical doctors, physical therapists, nurses, researchers. But the bulk of the people are everyday people like you and I who go to work in department stores or CEOs at universities, kings, queens, royalty, actors. Everyone runs the gamut.
well, if you guys want more information about this or you want to check out the book, make sure you head to thereconnection.com.
Thereconnection.com.
Go there, check it out. Could change your life. Can't hurt not to, right? We're going to have you play a little game of yes, no with us, okay?
You
Don't
got
mess
it.
with our energies and make
I
us
know,
change our
right?
answers,
Yeah,
okay?
Here's yours, Michelle.
Here's the first one. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, they're getting some heat because they have this hands-off parenting approach, but it's getting them in trouble again. It's all because of this photo. Take a look at this. That is their 13-year-old daughter, Willow, lying in bed with 20-year-old actor Moises Arias. Now, he has since deleted the image from his Instagram account. He said, or Will Smith, her dad, has said they trust their daughter to make responsible decisions. They're okay with her, quotes, artistic expression. Critics say this is way too mature of a photo for a newly teenage girl. What do you think? Is this photo too adult for the Smiths to just let it go?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Nothing good can come out of that photo. Come on.
She's
Sheena, what do you think?
13.
I actually have to tell you, I would say no.
Would you?
You would?
I would say no because I was raised by very open, loving parents in a very healthy family, my brother and my sister, and we were not ashamed of nudity. Sharing a loving space did not mean sex. It doesn't mean sex.
All right. What about
so
this?
it depends on how adult they are.
Yeah. What about this story? MSNBC has apologized for airing this Cinco de Mayo segment on way too early. Take a look.
It is Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, celebrating Mexican heritage and pride, and it commemorates the Mexican army over the French forces in the Battle of Puebla back in 1862. It's also an excuse to drink tequila on a Monday morning at work.
Yeah, big backlash over this moment on the air. The network said it's sorry for sarcastically showing how Americans celebrate the holiday, and everyone involved will be punished. What do you think? Did the network need to apologize for this, or was it all just in good fun? Did they need to apologize for that?
I don't know. I
Absolutely.
thought it was funny.
Come on. You're making a caricature of the Hispanic culture, even though, by the way,
That's
Americans
what
are the
we
only
do in
ones who
America.
celebrate
All right,
Cinco de
and
Mayo.
that would be a reason. If they were making a caricature of the Spanish-speaking people, then yes. But if they were simply sharing the fact that people like to drink and have fun,
What do you
I'd
guys
say no.
think? Go to the Emotional Mojo Facebook page and chime in. I want to thank you once again for joining us. Don't go anywhere, you guys. Emotional Mojo will be right back.